shower just wonders. It's awesome. I'm just saying, a little soap, you know, it's
a little
all
something.
good. I know you can't take me anywhere. I'm sorry.
We love it. We love it. We promise to keep it about PG-13 tonight. All right, guys, we are live. Thank you guys so much for hopping on and joining us for another The Success Summit, which we do this summit every other Friday. But I did challenge my clients and my team that we're going to start doing this show once a week, even if I am by myself. Right, ladies? So yeah, we're going to jump right in. And the title that we have for you guys tonight is a little bit unique and interesting. And, you know, you probably have asked yourself this question as a young girl, right? It is what? Dear Santa, what do I want for Christmas? Did I get that right, Shoshana? I got it right? I got it right. And I'm super duper pumped about this topic, and I hope that you guys are too. So for those of you, if this is your very, very first time watching me, make sure first that you share this out. Also, post in the comments who you are and who do you serve, because we all like to network and sort of get an idea of who is actually watching us and where you're watching from. And once again, this is your first time watching me. I am Leticia Campbell. I am the head coach of the Sexy Brand Building Formula, creator of the Sales Success Academy, and your sales success strategist. I help you dominate your business online by teaching you how to magnetically attract customers so you can finally design a life that you deserve. So I have some amazing ladies on panel tonight. We're going to get about 2 more coming on in just a little bit. So first and foremost, we're going to start first with Madai, then Shoshana, then Stephanie. So Madai, if you could hop on and introduce yourself, Mama.
Thank you, Leticia. Hey, gals. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My name is Madai Lopez-Brown, and I am the founder and the CEO of Pathway to Prosper Academy, where I am your life coach. I help women with conditions of a fixed, closed, mindsets, and worrisome lifestyle so they can come out of suffering and silence by changing their consciousness and train them to have their own voice and be that super badass while living a growth mindset and having freedom with my Pathway to Prosper movement by becoming beautiful just by being you. Back to you, Leticia.
Thank you, sis. And I love that. Go ahead, Shoshana.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I want to thank everybody for watching live and on replay. I think you're going to have an amazing, amazing time tonight. So, you know, I just want to say, I believe that every woman, every single mom out there has a fundamental right and deserves to live a life of her choosing, a life that she's proud of, a life that feeds her soul. And that is first and foremost, because you can't really care for anyone else unless you're taken care of. So if this is the very first time that you're seeing and hearing me, hi there. My name is Shoshana Cuevas, and I am your lifestyle designer. I'm the founder of Global Lifestyle Design, and I have the privilege, and it really, really is a privilege, to help women really just uncover their why, their purpose, why they're here, and what they're really meant to do, and to step into that space. And I do that with some mindset retooling, the occasional kick in the butt, and liking how you look and feel on the outside, because that's so very important. And I'm so privileged to be here with all of you. So thank you.
And thank you, Shoshana, for that. Miss Stephanie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Steph Parsons, and I am your natural beauty strategist. I believe that you have the right to feel naturally beautiful and call BS to what other people actually think. You know, I help you find your own confidence so that you can feel inspired and empowered to take on the world. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We greatly, greatly appreciate it.
Yes, yes. And once again, ladies, we do have an amazing show for you guys tonight. So if you guys can please do us a quick favor, share this out, tag a friend, because I'm telling you right now, somebody's going to catch a lot of value out of watching this. And I just want to, once again, before we get started, thank all of you amazing ladies who are on panel. I so appreciate you guys showing up tonight. And this show has been going on for well over a year now. If I actually counted out all the episodes that we have done, it'd probably be in the hundreds. I haven't even really kept track of it yet. But this show is really near and dear to my heart, along with all the ladies on the panel here, because we really talk about topics and situations and all that stuff that really a lot of people out here in the industry are not talking about. And we really show up all the time to really give you guys the ultimate content and ultimate value. So I have 2 questions for these ladies on panel. And once again, we're going to start off first with Madai, right? Got Madai. And our first question, and let's go back first to the title, because the title is very interesting. It's called, again, Dear Santa, All I Want for Christmas Is. So as we're talking, I want you guys to do me a favor. Can you do that? I want you guys to write out, what do you want for Christmas as it pertains to your business? What do you desire, right? Put that in the comments right now, ladies. And before you do that, I wanted to say thank you so much for doing that as well. So starting with Madai, my first question for you is, as you look back on 2018, what is the aspect of your business you are especially grateful for?
Well, I can say that, looking back on 2018, the beginning of the year, I was actually in my pit experience, and I was at a crossroad. I didn't know which way to go. And I felt utterly alone. And when I finally got my aha moment and I began writing, the Holy Spirit began to give me techniques so that I can come out of suffering in silence. So, with the business of life coaching, it's helped me open up a paradigm to where people can be free with the wellness of their mind, body, and soul and spirit. That's what I'm exceptionally grateful for. Reason being is because, when we're walking our path as women and we're wearing all these hats, we get lost in the sauce. And that's exactly what was happening with me. I was lost in the sauce. I was at a crossroad where I had to give up certain things, like people pleasing. I had to work on my self-confidence. If you look back at the beginning of 2018 to my lives and where I'm going now with my lives, you can see that I'm super confident. That's another thing I'm grateful for, and to share with women that they can come out of suffering in silence, that they can remove these things that are keeping them hindered from moving into their next. A lot of the times, we think that we got it all together.
Yeah.
And wearing that mask of, I'm good, I got it all together, I'm fine, that's actually what is hindering us, and it gives us a codependency. So when you're able to remove the mask and get into a place where you can finally find who you are, where you're going,
right.
what you're about to do with your life, you can start seeing that money will not be an issue no more.
That's right.
You'll be super duper confident. You'll be that badass. You'll be blessed and delivered, achieving spiritual success. So, I'm grateful for touching people so that I can help them go where they need to go. So that's what it's all about.
I love that. I love that, Madai. A lot of us as women can absolutely relate to that. I can honestly say for myself, because I forgot to mention my answer to this question, was that I know for a fact this year I got out of my fear. Because going back to the beginning of the year, and you guys, you've seen it, I know Shoshana and Madai, I flew out of the country for the first time ever in my whole entire life. Before this year, I never even had a passport, okay? It was on, January, I think Shoshana was like around the 20th or whatever, I got asked to be at an event in Bali, Indonesia. And that week of, I was like psyching myself out. I got my passport the day of, and I live in New York. And going to the passport office in New York is hell. Okay. So I encourage you guys who live in New York, if you're planning to go away, get your passport early. Because not only I had to pay a couple $100 extra, okay, I had to be there all day. And because, to go through security check and all that stuff, because it looks kind of weird all of a sudden, this black girl's like, oh, I'm leaving the country in 8 hours. I need a passport. Like, They do all that stuff. So I really, really got out of my fear this year. And I was like, you know what? If I'm going to go big, I'm going to go big. You guys know that terminology, like go big or go home. So I know for me, I'm so grateful for the fact that I got out of my fear, because I wasn't thinking of so much of what will happen. I was really thinking of what will happen if I don't show up. And that's what you guys have to understand. Those of you who are watching this, whether you're live or on replay, always don't think about what you're losing. Think about what will happen if you don't show up. Think about all the people that you would never get the chance to meet or speak to, or the opportunities that you will never get to have. Like, think about that, because once you put your life and your business in that perspective, it changes your total world. It really, really does. Because whenever we get opportunities put on our lap, we always thinking about how to psych ourselves out of it, instead of thinking about, well, if I just go forward with it, what type of doors is going to open. So thank you so much, Madai, for sharing that. Go ahead, Shoshana.
So, when I think back to this year, it's been really a tumultuous year. But I think what I'm most grateful for, really, it has to be two things. One is my tribe. That's been such a critical, important element of my business, having that group where there's support. And support does not mean enabling, and there's a big difference. Support is not equal to, and it doesn't mean enabling. So it means that you share a common interest, you share a common vision, if you will. And so I think I'm most grateful for that, because it's been that group, certainly all of you, but it's been that trusted, close-knit group that I've gone to when I've had questions or concerns, or those moments when you just feel like, screw it, I'm done. I'm done. I'm out of here. And I will say that for everyone watching, you have to have that group.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
if you don't have one, find it.
That's right.
Create it. But you have to have a place where that's your soft spot.
That's right.
That's where you can land. And it's not that people are going to do the work for you. It's that you are surrounded by people who understand what you're going through.
That's right.
And who can at least either walk that journey with you, or who can say, you know what, been there, and it hurt, or it was rough, or you know what, you're going to make it.
That's right.
Because nobody does this just for the money. That part's nice. Mm-hmm. But there are easier ways to make money. So let's just be really clear.
Mm-hmm.
We do it because there's a passion and a love for what we do. So I am so grateful for my tribe. They're family. They really are family.
That's right.
And when we don't hear from one person, it's like, what's going on? So we celebrate wins together, and we celebrate those L's together. And that's really what the right tribe is.
That's right.
And the second thing that I'm grateful for, because I would be remiss if I didn't say, is the opportunity to reach the people that I do.
That's right.
When you have those moments where you think, hello, is anybody really listening? Then you get an inbox message and you're like, okay,
yep,
all right, I can do this again. So really, those two things I'm so, so very grateful for. And the rest is icing.
Yep, that's right. And people sometimes may not often admit this, but being an entrepreneur, especially when you're starting off, it does feel lonely, because you're either like judged and got all these other opinions about around the people who are really close to you. So speaking from my own personal experience, starting off, like the first couple of years, it is a lonely pathway to go on. So I love, Shoshana, that you mentioned, building that community, or getting inside someone else's community that is going to not only like make you feel like you're not by yourself, but also inspires you and educate you. So, you know, and even in saying that, you know, being a part of that community is like pure connection. Like you guys all know my community is the Success Tribe. And I think I built that community, like, I think a month after I fired my boss. And it has been such an amazing outlet for me, because you can try things out, brand new stuff in your community. You could ask your community questions. You could build content internally inside your community. It's like those group of people that are like, yes, I like you, I enjoy you, I love the content you share, and I want to join your community, get to know you more deeper and more closer. So for those of you who are watching, I encourage you to, again, join all these ladies communities on panel, because if you're feeling like you're alone, like how I once felt years and years ago, know that you're not the only one who feels that way. And that there's so many women out there who feels the same. Like I had a conversation with Madai, like sometimes your own community would like help and lift each other up, you know, and to where you get to a point where you sit back and you're like, wow, I built something bigger than myself, which is the most amazing feeling in the world, right? And those of you who do have small groups, like I was talking to this young lady yesterday, and she was like, yeah, my group only has 30 people. That is okay. I would rather have 30 people who, when I go live in my group, they're always there, or when I post, they're always engaging, than 3,000 people who are just watching, you know? So don't ever get tripped off or upset over small beginnings. You know, we're all about having targeted people in our communities that really contribute, not just intake content. So yeah, thank you so much, Shoshana, for sharing that. Go ahead, Stephanie, same question.
So I'm actually grateful for a couple things.
Mm-hmm.
First, that I was given the opportunity to build my business the way that I saw fit. And for two, actually, for finding you.
Oh, thank you.
You know, it's when you build your own business, you have this overwhelming feeling of failure and am I able to do this? And what if somebody's going to think something different of me? And you know, I watched Miss Leticia Campbell for many, many weeks and probably months. I stuck stalking a little bit, you know, and really felt just a genuine connection with her and with you, you know. And when I decided to go ahead and work with you one-on-one, I think that was the best decision I had ever made in my life.
Thank you.
So
that will make me cry.
That is grateful for this year, is having the opportunity to build my business how I see fit, and finding other women like you and people within our tribe that are just inspiring and uplifting and don't take any BS from anybody, and will tell you it's okay to be scared and it's okay to fail. But you know what? When you do, you stand up, you brush yourself off, and you go on with your next day. That's, you know, right. You always say all the time, it's consistency. Post consistently, you know, talk about your message consistently, and those results do come. And it's just, I'm so just overwhelmingly grateful for every little piece of nugget information that I get from every single one of you ladies every single day.
Thank you so much for that, Stephanie. And, you know, I believe that once you step out, then God would literally bring you people almost out of the freaking air. Because like you, Stephanie, that's the same thing that happened for me, where I was like, I want to be successful so bad. I didn't want to just be average or just make enough. Like I wanted to literally envision myself being on stage with thousands of women, and you're just like, yay, you know. And it's not for the purpose of just ego. It's more, I get a big, humongous, you know, high from just somebody saying something like that. You know, for me, Stephanie saying that's priceless to me, you know, more than anything, because I've always been this type of person that was a teacher, a giver, somebody that was always can read tons of books and listen to tons of podcasts and able to give other people advice. But when people say, wow, you have helped me build my business, or I'm starting off and you're getting me out of my fear, that is so important. I always tell people that being humble is just the most valuable asset that you can ever have in the world. You know, being just appreciative of the people who are around you is just so freaking important. So thank you so much for that, Stephanie, because just like you see that in me, I've just told my mentor that the other day. Like, I feel like, wow, you showed up at the right freaking time in my life for me to get where I'm at today. Because like I just said before, guys, doing this is not easy. I just went live yesterday and I said, You want to build a business? Know that people are going to judge you. People are going to talk about you. And you may get people that just basically stop talking to you. You know, it's going to come. And also, you're going to even be talking about yourself too. I mean, it's going to come up. But if you're not around people that, even when those doubts and all that stuff comes up, and you vent that out, that's the only way you're going to get to the right direction. Like, I have one client, Marielle. She does not mind inboxing me and say, Leticia, I don't know what the F I'm doing this week. You know what I'm saying? Like, she does not mind. And I love that, because I'm able to really, because I feel like as women, we're not always honest, you know, and we want to be like all pripped up and perfect. And it's like, it's okay to say, listen, I don't know what the F I'm doing. Like, somebody asked me about a Facebook ad. They saw my Facebook ad and the engagement I did on it. And I was like, listen, I didn't do that. You got to go to my boy Kim. Like, I don't take credit for nothing. I stay in my lane, child. Leticia sends you to people. Okay. Anything else I can do. Don't about no funnels, no nothing else. Because I would send you to somebody who knows how to do that. And I like being that person who can honestly say that I don't know everything, but I know people who know the answer to your question, because I stay in my lane. And I think for most of us, one of the keys to next year, because I do see a lot of you guys, even some of you guys watching now who are just like all over the place, stick to your lane, stick to that one thing that you're passionate about, and don't get into fads. There's so many fads going around. Shoshana and I was talking about that before we came on, about there's this new technology or a new theme, or everybody's talking about emails this month, and the next month they're talking about branding. Stick to what you know, what you are passionate about talking about, and focusing on studying that. So if you like weight loss or fashion, focus on that. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Just pick a lane, stay in the lane, and ride that freaking lane out. You guys get me? I mean, I'm telling you, that's gonna help you save a lot of money, right? It's going to help you, get your behind off of some fires. And then you don't want the people around you talking about, oh, you're talking about this today, and then you're talking about that. And you know what I mean? I do believe in multiple streams of income, but if you're not trying to figure out that one personal brand, personal passion that you want to go for, it's going to look super duper messy. So I know as women, we wear multiple hats in the home, but we can't do it in our business. I had to learn that the hard way. I can literally cook, watch my favorite show, and answer email at the same time. I can't do multiple things in my business. I just can't. But yeah, guys. So the second question is, and we're gonna start off with Madai. What are you asking Santa for 2019? Says.
Well, I'm asking Santa something so colossal, something so special, and that's for my intensive mindset program to launch. Yes. I am just so super excited about this 8-week program. It's like blown my mind away.
Well, you already launched it, honey.
And thank you, because without you, and first, without God, I give all the honor and glory to God.
Amen.
And he used you that night, and I'm so, I am grateful, like Stephanie and like Shoshana and everyone else that's connected to you. It's like you've sparked a sense of hope in our lives. Wow. That we don't have to hide behind something else. Like we can come out and brand ourselves. And, it's always been in me to do this, and that's why I believe I'm so passionate. And like you said, I can honestly say that I am in my lane. I am having fun. And, that's what I'm asking Santa for Christmas this year, so that other women can finally find out who they are, and they can be beautiful just by being them, and be in their own lane. That's right. And rock what that purpose is inside of them, so it's simple, it's sweet, but it's powerful punch as well.
I know stay in your lane is like, it's the most powerful words ever, because you could be way more creative I mean, you really, really can be super creative if you get all the noise from around you. Like one thing I try hard is not to do is not look at other people who do what I do. I look at it for research purposes, but when we stick at looking at our competitors too long, we become envious, jealous, and all that stuff. And we don't mean for that to happen, but it does. So a lot of times, you know, if you can be super creative, as long as you're staying in your lane without listening to all the noise and defining that one thing that you do. So one of the things that even for myself for 2019, I mean, there's several things that I am asking Santa for. I mean, I wrote it out in my journal. Like, I'm asking for paid in full clients. I'm asking for freaking like getting on multiple stages every single month. I'm asking for me going super hard with being on the offense instead of the defense, because we always assume that live streaming is like the only way to build your audience. And I want to just get you guys to sort of, before we hop over to Shoshana, I want to give you guys sort of a different perspective. And this is something my mentor told me last week, is like, you got to get on the offense, not the defense. You got to go out there and reach those people who need your help. And we could go in different lanes with that. Like, you may be like, well, you don't want to be spammy, you don't want to be like, oh, popping up people's inboxes. But at the end of the day, if you are saying, hey sis, I noticed that you are a hairstylist, or you posted the other day that you're looking to lose weight, just so you know, I have this amazing program and we do this, we do that, and these are the people who I've helped, you know, saying like, by the way, type of thing, that works. You know what I mean? And really like sitting down and writing out the top 100 people that you either want to be on stage with, or you want to work with, or want to collaborate with, whatever it is. I'm telling you, you see the average person reach thousands of people in less than 6 months, because why? They're on the offense, not the defense. So that's something that is just so valuable to me, especially for 2019. Also traveling more, doing more events. The major thing is me also being more health specific, because I want to lose this weight. You know what I'm saying? That's something that's important, because when you do travel a lot, and Madai would tell you, like, when I came back from Bali, I was completely jet lagged. And I know that if back in January, it was a different feeling, because January I was a little bit more healthier, eating better back then versus now, and it did affect my recovery from coming back. So that was like a sign to me, like, you should get your freaking health together. That's something that's super important. That's actually number one for me, to be honest, more than anything else, because if your health is not together, you can't really show up the way you want to show up. Yeah. So I'm so sorry, guys. Let me say hi to everyone who is on the live. So sorry, we didn't forget about you guys. And if you haven't shared, make sure that you share this out. Hello, Darlene. How you doing? Darlene, you're supposed to be on here, girl. You better go. Listen, she's in the waiting room. Anna, what you doing over there? She's skipping class. Listen, honey, you better get inside. She's got my hashtag share. Hey, ladies, look at her. Look at her. I'm supposed to be showing up to work on a pass the job. I'm like, hey, ladies. Just playing with you, darling. Hey, Amenia. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Hey, Mary. Hey, Trees. Who else is here? We got Renee in the house. Great. Hey, Shiva. How you doing, sis? Thank you guys so much for hopping on in. And once again, please do not forget to share. Girl, you better hop on in here, girl. Don't be finding somebody you packing. Girl, please. You know you always on set, so we don't mind that. Okay? All right, Shoshana. What are you asking? See, I'm intrigued first, Shoshana. Like,
oh my gosh.
What are you asking Santa for?
So yeah, my list to Santa is probably, you know, single spaced, you know, whatever, 12-point font. Section 1, Article 2. No. You know, so this year really has been phenomenal in lots of different ways. And so, you know, 2 things that I'm asking Santa for. One, so I'm just going to say TEDx, and I'm just going to leave it at that. TEDx. Okay. And some people know what that is.
What is it, honey?
You know what? It's an amazing platform to speak. And there have been some phenomenal, very short presentations that have changed people's lives. Mm-hmm. And I love the platform because so many people are impacted by it.
Yeah.
And that's that's what we do. You know, we change lives, and we change them, you know, one person at a time, one event at a time, one connection at a time. So that's sort of my grown-up version of asking Santa for, you know, I didn't ask for Barbie dolls, but you know, whatever toy, insert whatever toy you want. That's my grown-up version of what I really want for Christmas. But I also, you know, the thing that I want most is for everyone to remember that you have a lane. And we often, or the expression is often used in a negative sense, stay in your lane, as if you're overreaching, as if you're doing too much. But I really want to challenge everyone to flip that around, to change the dynamic of that expression, and to own it. Your lane is where there's no traffic. If you're encountering traffic and resistance, it's likely because it's not what you are to be doing.
Amen.
But when you find your lane, when you find your purpose, your vocation, your why, whatever adjective you want to use, when you find it,
That's right.
you're driving. It doesn't mean that you're not going to encounter the occasional flat tire, or that you're not going to have to change the oil on your car. And I think that's hysterical, because I'm so not a car person. All I want is an automatic transmission and a key. Like, I don't want to know anything else about a car. Don't talk to me about an alternator, starter, transmission. I don't know any of that. But I do know that when I drive, right, if I'm on the right path, there's no traffic.
Yep.
And so find your path. I want everyone.
Can you repeat that, please? I just want you to grab somebody. Just, you know, because some women need, like, because when we're all over the place, we need like a sister friend like you to just be like, listen. And just say what you said.
I want you, and I'm talking to you. I want you to find your path. I want you to find your space, because when you find it, and you'll know what it feels like because it feels right. But when you're on that path, when you have found where you're supposed to be, you don't have traffic. And the traffic is the noise and chaos from everyone else.
That's right.
Because once you find that path and you travel along it, you then encounter some different things, right? You're able to see the scenery. If you live on the coast like I do, I can drive down PCH and look at water. Right? And I can't see that if I'm up in the mountains where I'm not supposed to be.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm not a mountain girl, so yeah, you're not going to find me there. But when you find your path, then doors open.
It sure does.
New opportunities open. So I want to challenge everyone to find it, because not only do you need to be there, right? But there will be people that will be cheering you along. Some will be at the start. Some will be, you know, at a rest stop. But like a marathon, they're going to be there cheering you on. And so they need to see you, and you need them. But more importantly, there will be other people who don't even know that you're coming.
That's right.
They're never going to see you or to benefit from what you have to offer unless you travel down that road, unless you stay in your lane. If you decide midway to take a detour, and you shouldn't be taking that detour, you're never going to reach the people that you need to reach.
That is right.
So I'm asking Santa to put those people in my path that I need to reach. But for you out there, as you develop your own businesses, for you to stay the course and for you to stay in your lane, not because you're doing too much, but because you have so much to do. And so many people to reach. So,
Reverend Evangelist Shoshana has spoken. That is just straight to the point. I just want to give you guys, hey, Michaela just hopped on. Thank you for having me. Yeah. So I just want to give you guys a visual perspective, because I am the type of person to say, you know what, you don't want to just be known for that one thing, or that, you know, like my mentor would say, you don't want to just be vanilla. You know, one of the things we teach inside of our Sexy Brand Building Formula program is like building that umbrella. I know all you ladies on panel have seen this actual diagram where your lane is the umbrella. Like that's your umbrella. And then you have all these other pillars under that. It can be, you know, weight loss, fashion. It could be coaching. It could be a speaker. It could be ebooks, being an author, whatever. But what is your umbrella? Like, what is your rain? Like, how are you supposed to catch the rain if you don't have something to sort of catch it? So that's sort of like the visual entity of what we always talk about, because 2019, there's going to be so much stuff coming up. Oh, Darlene's here. Good. Awesome. There's going to be so much stuff. You're going to have some people telling you to go over here or go up there or go down there. And you're just going to keep, it's like that machine, like a ping pong machine where you're going to be all over the place. But you have to stop at some point and say, is this taking me further away from my mission? I had this conversation with Marielle today. She's like, I have this idea, Leticia. I think I want to do this. I said, okay, that idea is great. It's amazing. But does it tie into your brand? Does it tie into your offer? Because we always see what somebody else does. Like everybody's doing vision parties. Great, great, great. But is doing a vision party right now, does that tie into what you're selling, what you're offering, or what your overall brand message is? No? Okay, do something else. Be different, right? And whatever that something else is, that needs to tie into what you're offering. And I know we always struggle going back and forth because it's so much freaking content out there that it's just crazy. I mean, it really is. I even have to, you know, that's why my mentor, I love her to death, because she's like really the only main people who can really get me focused. I love Shoshana because she shows me, she's like, oh, why don't you consider this? And I'm like, you know, because I can't wait for her program, you know. But yeah, it's like you gotta just pick a lane, stay in that lane, build that umbrella, and then you like, you know what else can I build under that that's going to tie into my umbrella? And it's just really that simple. Yeah, so go ahead, Stephanie Mama. What are you asking Santa for Christmas?
Oh my dear Santa, my list is abundantly long, but if I were to pick my number one and number two things that I want from Father Christmas this year is to help you find your inner worth and know that you're worthy and not have to stay in a situation that you're not safe in. Because you don't have to.
Amen.
And Father Christmas, for my second thing that I would love to have is to be able to budget my financials more wisely and pay off my house early.
I like that. I really, really like that. Yes. And that is so powerful because just like what you said, Stephanie, you know, letting women know that they can get out of that current situation. That is powerful, sis. And thank you so much for really being like a beacon of that message that's about to explode and dominate for 2019. And we are all here to support you, come hell or high water. So we got Michaela and Darlene who just hopped on panel. Thank you guys so much for hopping on. These girls are like, they're crushing it. They're like, listen, we can't be on time, but we're going to show up anyway. See, some of us get mad because we ain't on time. I wasn't like that. When I had my 9 to 5, I was late. I was not rushing. I'm like, I'd rather be late than coming to work looking like a hot damn mess. So let me work a little, you know what I mean? So they just show up anyway. Just show up. It ain't gotta be perfect. Just show up. So, Michaela, we're on the second question, and the question was, what are you asking Santa for Christmas?
Well, I have 3. Mostly it's about having fun and doing some exciting things, because that's what I'm all about. Trying to find that, you know, because that's what makes you feel good, you know, and it leads to a whole lot of things. So, my first one it's about the type of customer that I want to work with, because
Yeah.
that's important, because you want to create that environment, you know, that is supporting, you know, encouraging and uplifting. So having a hungry, serious person ready to go, that's most important, who's willing to follow. And what I also found through the years I've been working with people, that I want people who come in having that half full cup mindset, because I noticed that, am I still on?
Yes, you are. We can hear you.
Okay. I thought it was frozen. Um, I noticed that, you know, if you come in already knowing that, oh, I already know this, I already did this and all stuff, you're not willing to try. And that
Mm-hmm.
determines your success, because sometimes you just have to do things that you haven't have done before, you know, to
That's
get the
right.
result that you want. So that's why that, for me, that I'm looking for in a customer or client, that's important, because we will be doing things that sometimes things that like, oh, you know, I never did it that way, or like, I just wanted that open-minded person, you know.
That's right.
So two, the other fun exciting thing that I'm working on right now is asking for is lots of fashion shows. I want to do something fun, exciting, to show that transformation. So I've been asking around already. I have a friend who's a coworker who is a DJ. So for my first fashion show, I want to have that, making that a success, making it fun. So I've been talking around, like, you know, what people want in terms. So I'm trying to finalize if David Bridal can, you know, share one of their dresses for one of my final finale
Oh,
for the
that is
fashion show.
amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
so that's what I'm asking for Santa for that big success there. And then retreats, because as we're doing this, you know, 2019 for me is about sexy and confident. So I want to give them that transformation. In the beginning, we're going to start out with a fashion show saying, what makes you, you know, why is this dress kind of make you look good or feel good?
Mm-hmm.
So then, you know, through the months we're going to be working, and then over before the summer, I want to do a retreat to show, like, you know, that transformation, the journey that they've been going through, and coming together with a group of people. For me, it's about coming together, because I noticed that I can send products to people, but if you don't have that that team collaboration,
Mm-hmm.
that's referring to that first one. I know you guys already went there, you know, that number one question.
Yep.
Like, if you look throughout the whole year, what is that one aspect of your business that, you know, you thought was you know, successful or helping toward, is for me, it's a team work collaboration.
Yes.
Because that's important, because if they don't contact me and, you know, to let me know, or we don't have that connection, that two-way connection, I
Mm-hmm.
can't help you when you're plateauing out.
That's
And I
right.
noticed that. And then sometimes they fall off because now they're going to have all these voices, because they're in their journey. They're going to meet friends or people who've tried even the same product or the same kind of routine, but they're not getting
Mm-hmm.
the result. But they need that mentor to show them to keep on going. Maybe they're doing something that you're not, you know, doing. So
That's right.
they're not copying correctly. And so I think that team collaboration is very important for that success, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's
yes.
so true. I mean, you said something that was so important. I actually wrote it down so I wouldn't forget. You said sometimes you have to do what you haven't done before in order to get what you want. That's powerful, because we go through doing the same things over and over and over again. It's not working, which we all know is like the meaning of insanity. You know, doing that same thing over and over again, expecting different results instead of stepping out and doing things or working with people that you haven't worked with before to get the results you want. Like, I did a post today. I posted a picture of me wearing the same exact dress, the same dress years ago when I was like a size 12. At that moment, Michaela, I was plateauing at 12. I could not get under a size 12. I lost 50 pounds. I went from a size 20 to a size 12. Couldn't get under size 12. So what happened? I gave up. Well, I ended up getting pregnant after that. So, but either way, I was not keeping up, and it frustrated me that I couldn't get under that 200 pound mark. And I tried, worked out harder. I ate less, but I couldn't get on the 200 mark. And I think that I know if I had probably worked with somebody else, because that person I was working with, they got me to that point. 50 pounds is a lot of weight I lost. But I maybe need to work with somebody else somebody like you that were able to get me over that mark. So it's when you said that, I was like, that was like a light bulb effect for me,
Yes.
right? Total light bulb effect for me. So yeah, thank you
Mhm.
so much for sharing that. And and I
Welcome.
love the direction that you're going in. It's so amazing. So let's hop on over to Darlene. Same question, Mama.
Hello, everybody. I'm Darlene Anthony, and I am the Money Mindset Maven. Thank you for accepting me at this last minute.
It is okay. It is okay.
I believe that every woman should be financially independent and fiscally aware and fiscally responsible. I want to help you define and develop a mindset of abundance and freedom through education, empowerment, and encouragement so that you can be your true self and unregrettable. I'm kind of skipping. I tried to disconnect my Wi-Fi because it's doing some crazy stuff. So am I coming through pretty clear?
You're good. You're good.
Okay, good. So what do I want from Santa? Oh my goodness. I was on this call earlier this week and I wrote down this thing and it's based around Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision, make it plain.
Right.
And the way he broke it down, I posted this earlier in the week as well. And this is really because Rhonda talked about it Monday.
Yep.
And then he talked about it again Tuesday. I listened to a sermon on Wednesday that talked about it. The I Declare series that we've been doing this month talks about it. So I was like, you know what? I think God is trying to tell me something, hello.
Right.
And so here's what it is. We have, my goal is to be successful. And, when Rhonda mentioned money does make us happy.
Yes, it does.
Because it supplies a need. It's a tool to help us to get to where we need to be.
That's
and
right.
My goal is to make sure that I'm reaching the masses and getting out there and making sure that somebody else that grew up like I grew up can be able to not live that way and, get a leg up.
Yep.
There's no problem with giving somebody a hand up, not always a hand out, but a hand up.
That's
and
right.
Teach them how to be successful as well. So what I want from Santa is the ability to make sure that I am seeing my vision, I'm touching my vision, I'm tasting my vision, I'm feeling my vision, using all 5 senses to make sure that my vision, and I got to get back to my notes. We'll turn the page. I take crazy notes sometimes. My vision, being able to see, think about, or plan, write the vision and make it plain with imagination, which is forming new ideas or images, concepts of external objects not present, so that I can turn the page, have a positive mental attitude, an incredible work ethic, and a pleasing personality, so that I can accept my true statement, which is my vision, through trust, faith, and confidence, so that I can get the results that I'm looking for. And that is to be the solution to someone's problem.
That's right.
Which is also the vision. So in a nutshell, that's everything that I'm asking for Santa for 2019, because that will take me to where I need to be to help somebody else get to where they need to be as well.
That's true. I mean, Darlene, you and I had a conversation earlier today. Like, I'm literally like pulling you guys aside and say, you know what? I need to give you guys just your day where we just really get into like what we're creating and what we're launching and just getting out there and doing it, because it's like you need that support system. And I don't see how women can hop online and build something by themselves. It's impossible. Honey, we got relationships back here. We got kids back here. We got all this other stuff that make it want to pull our weave out strand by strand. Okay? Especially you got a lace front, honey. And it's like, I don't understand how there's people out here like, oh, I'm going to try it out by myself for a couple months and get right back to it. Let me tell you something.
Give me the village.
Yes, honey. I was like, I told my dad this other day, If people say no, that's good. When it's time for them to say yes, those are the ones that's going to pay double, because whatever your launch is going to be triple the price that it is now. And that's how it works. And I feel like God is testing each and every one of us. And the more we show up, the more we take advantage of opportunities, the more that we are in the same room with other successful people. That's what I'm going to do in 2019. I want to be in a room with 6 and 7 figure earners all the freaking time, like all the time. Okay. And being very strategic on who's on my timeline. Like the other day, I literally unfollowed like 2,000 people. Like, they're still my friends, but I just don't see their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't see my client stuff and that's it, don't be upset if I don't comment on your post, because that just means that maybe the stuff that you're posting is not valuable to me. You know what I'm saying? And it is not a bad thing. I got to keep my mental bandwidth at 100%. So if I see somebody posting like bottles of liquor or what, you know what I mean? That doesn't give my mental state any value. But if I see somebody saying, hey, I'm traveling the world and I'm having fun, that makes me feel like, wow, I need to like get moving and get going, right? It's just, you got to be very careful on what these eyes see, because they're the root of every freaking thing, everything. So, Michaela, you want to say something? Sorry, sis.
No, I said I totally agree, because
Yeah.
you know, what we see kind of give you that emotional attachment, that feeling that would
Mhm.
inspire you to do something.
Mhm.
So for me, that's very important. Like,
It's
you know,
true.
what I'm and seeing, or
Child,
even listening.
Carly B dropped her video today, and I'm being honest. From 7 to 7:30, I was watching everyone's reactions. You know, you go on YouTube and everybody got reaction video. I was like, oh, and I was like, Tisha, you wasted 30 minutes watching a Cardi B video. I'll watch it again, but anyway, so everything distracted. I'm easily
But you know,
distracted.
we
Go ahead.
can learn a lot from Cardi B.
Yes, we can.
Because this person, and I admit I was one of them. I was like, who? Okay. So I was a little
Can we
snobby.
play it now? No, I'm not going to shut down.
Now I'm like, okay, she's
channel.
on my playlist. Right? I'm like, but I have to be careful, because, you know, Apple Music likes to give you the uncut version. I'm like, ooh, can't listen to that one in the car. But, you know, she has been singularly focused on music and delivering good music to her people. She's not trying to appeal to, you know, an R&B audience. She's not trying to appeal to a country music audience. She knows exactly who her people are.
That's right.
And she's delivering phenomenal content, phenomenal music to them. And yes, you know, we all have drama and issues in our lives and whatnot, but she shows up.
Yes,
and she still continues to drop new singles. And, you know, I have to respect that. You know, I really do have to respect that. And, you know, we can look to a lot of different, you know, performers. I mean, J-Lo has a song, and one of the lyrics, or some lyrics in the song, it takes work to cash these checks, right?
Yes, it does.
And it does. And that means that she has done the work, and she's now reaping the benefit.
I'm about to make that a point.
You know what? I'm just like, you don't have to like them, but I have to respect the hustle. I really do.
And it goes to show, because we as women are getting in our own heads and thinking that we're not enough and blah, 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 blah. This girl came from a strip club in the Bronx, okay? And I've been in the Bronx probably 100 million times in my lifetime, okay? And she at where she at today. Oh, Tisha gonna work. Tisha gonna show up. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no way in hell. And girl you can barely understand what she's saying. And no shade, no tea.
What had happened wasn't enough.
Yeah, no shade, no tea. I love her to death. You know, she's from my state, New York. But y'all better get out there and work, because people making money, whether they got college degrees or not, whether they had lived in mansions or in a hole somewhere, they're making money. Watch the video though; it's very educational. So anywho, we got I would show it here, but I don't want my page to get shut down. Very educational. But yeah, I did that for like a half hour, and everybody's reaction videos. But anyway, going back to being focused. Okay. So thank you guys so much for hopping on and watching us. We're going to close it off on that note because maybe y'all watching, it's time to get to work. But before we hop off, I want the ladies to reintroduce themselves to you guys. I know Michaela and Darlene hopped on at the end, which is perfectly fine. We love you guys to death. And before they intro themselves, I want you guys to make sure that you're not just listening to them tell you who they are and what you do, but you're also following them on all their social media platforms. So those of you on panel, also say your IG handle as well. And everyone on this panel, and I say this every week, has something that you need. So make sure that you are following them. You're liking their posts, you're sharing, you're engaging, because these ladies right here on this panel are amazing. And if you're thinking about going into 2019 by yourself, you're going to be dead in the water. So definitely make sure, if you don't do nothing else before you go to bed tonight, that you are following each and every one of these ladies. Send them an inbox saying, hey, boo, I saw you on Leticia's panel. Holla. Whatever, how you talk. Okay. But make sure that you're following them. Okay. Because some of y'all be showing up every week and y'all don't follow nobody. And you're like, oh, I need help. Listen, all of us show up here all the time. So make sure that you reach out. You got to do your step as well. So we're going to start off first with Madai, then Shoshana, then Stephanie, then Michaela, then Miss Darlene. Go ahead, Madai.
I had an amazing time tonight. Thank you so much, Leticia, for the invitation. Thank you, SSA sisters, for joining on and being awesome and rocking out the show. So my name is Madai Lopez Brown. I'm a founder and a CEO of Pathway to Prosper Academy, where I am your life coach. I help women with conditions of a fixed, closed mindset and worrisome lifestyle so they can come out of suffering in silence by changing their consciousness and train them to have their own voice and be that super badass while living a growth mindset and having freedom with my Pathway to Prosper movement by becoming beautiful, by just being you. So you can follow me at bit.ly/pathway to prosper, all capital letters. Come join my tribe. It is free. Also, you can text capital E, capital Z to capital E, capital Z, transform to the number 797979, and that is free as well. You'll just be in my database. Wherever I go, you will know. And thank you so much for having me once again. Back to you, Leticia.
Awesome. Thank you, Madai. All the letters and syllables, and it's a lot. It's a lot. Go ahead, Shoshana.
So I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. This has been amazing. And I hope, but I also know that you got a lot out of it, because everyone here is so genuinely authentic and crazy, insanely good at what they do. I can't say that enough. Insanely crazy good at what they do.
Sickening.
So I would ask and encourage you, connect with them, because you absolutely will not regret it. And I want to say thank you to Leticia, because social media real estate is priceless.
Amen.
And you've allowed us to share your platform. So I am deeply, deeply grateful for that.
Thank you.
And I love that you trust us enough to do that. So thank you very much. And you can connect with me lots of different ways. You can find me on Instagram at Your Lifestyle Designer. You can find me on Facebook. My business page is Global Lifestyle Design. And I would invite you to come join me in my group called Lifestyle Designers. If you are just tuning in and you've never seen or heard me, hello, how are you? But I am Shoshana Cuevas, and I am your lifestyle designer. And I have the privilege of guiding women and really single moms to finding that why, that purpose, that passion, that space where they know exactly what they are meant to do in this world, and then to live out that life boldly and unapologetically. I can certainly say that people like to tell us what we can't do.
Yep.
And they feel very emboldened to tell us, you can't do that because you are a solo mom. And I say some words that only have one syllable, but the ones that I can say No, I don't accept that, and neither should you. So we can build lives that we are crazy in love with, and we can be unapologetic in that, and there's nothing wrong with that. So I do encourage you to come join me. But I want to end with one note. We've talked about so many different things tonight. And, Darlene talked about vision and, writing it down and making that plain. And even if you are not a person of scripture, you can certainly relate to that statement.
That's right.
Write it down. Write it down. But really, when I talked earlier about your lane, I mean that. Stay in your lane, not because you're doing too much, but because you have so much to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted this in my group. And, the expression, the saying is that, stop expecting blind people to see your vision.
Oh, Jesus.
And I need to say that again.
What?
Stop expecting a blind people to see your vision. Your vision, whatever that is, it's for you. So if your vision is to ascend to the C-suite at the company you're working for, that's yours. Hold on to it. If your vision is to be an entrepreneur, hold on to that. If your vision is to go back to school, whether it's to earn an undergraduate degree, to go to med school, to law school, whatever that is, if that's your vision, hold on to it. There are plenty of people who, like watching a football game, have an opinion and have a thought, want to tell you what you can't do, want to tell you how ridiculous it is, how nonsensical it is, how impractical it is. And that is some straight up BS. I can't even sugarcoat that. So stop expecting them to see what you see. That vision is yours, and you can protect that vision by staying in your lane. They can't see it, and they don't need to see it. They don't need to see your vision. The only person that needs to see that vision is you.
That's right.
You have to hold on to it. Okay, I'm done.
Yes, Reverend Dr. Evangelistic Shoshana. I mean, she just hit a bunch of y'all. It was just like she threw a brick in the crowd. It was like, boop, 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 boop. I mean, like, that is so true. Woo! That was awesome. Collection plate, please. So, Shoshana about to launch a program, $4,997. You get $1,000 off for the next 24 hours. Sign up today. Type in the word "I'm ready" in the comments right now. She's sending you her PayPal, Stripe, Cash App. We're going to get it. Okay. Thank you so much for that, Shoshana. All right. Up next is Stephanie.
For those of you who didn't hear my introduction earlier, my name is Steph Parsons, and I am your natural beauty strategist. I help you find your confidence to feel inspired and empowered to take on the world, because I believe that you have the right to feel naturally beautiful and call BS to what people think. Know that you are worthy, and know that it doesn't matter what other people think. You just have to repeat 3 little simple words, and it will be empowering for you for lifetimes to come. Those are, I don't care.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Leticia, for letting me join you and the rest of this amazing panel this evening. It has been an absolute pleasure. And my dogs are now barking at my cats. I'm really sorry. They're really super loud.
It's okay.
But I love you all, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your Friday evening.
Awesome. And Stephanie's going to, once she gets some dogs in handle, honey, she's going to put her link in the chat for you guys right here live on the page. So Stephanie, you could do that so they can get connected with you, sis. Who's next? I think we have Miss Michaela. Mama, go ahead, sis.
Hi, this is Michaela. I am a reshaping strategist, and I believe that no one's opinion can be a woman's reality beside hers and her inner beauty.
Yep.
And I help busy moms to step out from their cocoon to live a life of freedom and super sexy confidence. And I want to share with that idea when Shoshana was saying about that. But for me, I want to add on to that. For me, it's about believing in yourself more than anybody else.
That's right.
So when you have that confidence, in God, for me, I need to have that extra force, you know, that external force. And God is who I have that confidence from, because believing, having the confidence in him gives the confidence in me so that I can stand out and, believing in myself to get the things that I needed to get done, because I cannot, live in someone else's shadows.
That's right. That is right. So, Michaela, where can they get connected to you, sis? And she's gonna also put this
They
in the
connect me
chat.
with on my Facebook business page on when you go to facebook.com/, super sexy mom 1, the number 1.
Amen. Thank you, Michaela. Last but never least, Miss Darlene.
Hello. Thank you again, Leticia, for allowing me to come party to the party. Thank you for allowing me to be on your platform again. Like Shoshana said, it is truly an honor to be able to share week in, week out in your social media space.
You're welcome.
Again, I am Darlene Anthony, and I am your mindset strategist, the money mindset maven. You can find me on Instagram at Mom of 3JsA. I am also on Facebook. My business page is Purpose to Freedom, Darlene Anthony. You can also catch me in my tribe at bit.ly/PTFM tribe, or just search for Purpose to Freedom Movement. And I would love to connect with you. I believe that every woman should be financially independent and fiscally responsible to live her best life. Let's develop and define a mindset of abundance and freedom through education, empowerment, and encouragement. My mission is to help you enjoy, and live an unregrettable life in purpose, on purpose.
All right. So, guys, this was a really, really good show. And most importantly, I want to thank everyone who showed up tonight on panel. Thank you guys so much, ladies, for showing up. I love you guys to death. And I want to also thank you, viewers, whether you're watching this live or on the replay, whether you're watching this on my YouTube channel or looping on Periscope. If you watch this looping on Periscope, it's going to loop again. So don't worry if you miss anything. I'm going to keep it on the remix. Thank you for watching and joining. And definitely, make sure that you engage. Another thing I want you guys to challenge yourself to do is to go back, even if you watch this whole entire live, go back and watch it again, because you probably missed some awesome nuggets. Because when you have so many people on panel, and you got some awesome ladies showing up on panel, we give you all types of value. So we want to make sure that you are retaining all of it. And if you want to know more about this Success Summit, we do this bi-weekly. We're going to shift it a little bit in 2019, show up a little bit more. Definitely go to bit.ly/The Success Summit. That's bit.ly/The Success Summit. Go there, put your information in, and you'll get more updates on this show and these awesome ladies. And then we're also going to put in the email their contact information in there as well. So thank you guys so much for joining us. We love you guys to death. And just like RuPaul, if you don't love yourself, how the hell you going to love anybody else? Can I get an amen, ladies?
That's right.
That's right. Amen, amen, amen.
Let the church say amen.
Yes. Yes. What's this song I was
Amen.
listening to?
Amen.
What's this guy say? He's like, I never would have made
Marvin
it.
Sapp.
I never could have made it without you. Oh my God, I love that song. Yes. Darlene's like, love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, let's go when we start doing karaoke over here. And I'm showing Carly B's video because I'm about to listen to it after I'm done with it. Yes. And we're going to do the damn thing. We're going to get this